Today's August 25th, my second day for this section, and I left camp around 6, just after 6, and I stayed at Granite Pass trailhead. Traffic during the night, but no big deal. Today I'll do about 20 or so miles, maybe more. There's a series of passes. There's Cutthroat Pass, Methow Pass, and Glacier Pass, just to name a few of them. This is my first view of the day. I've been coming up in the woods there, and there's where I'm headed. So I still got another 2,000 feet to climb up through these passes out of this 4,000 plus foot climb that I started yesterday. And then I finish on a climb. Hopefully there'll be some good stuff to see today, because yesterday there wasn't much at all in the way of views. And I know Washington's got a lot of great views, so I'm looking forward to seeing some good stuff. Last night was a weird sleeping night. I was freezing when I was not cold when I got in the tent. My hands, fingertips were numb. It was chilly. I had a bunch of clothes on and was trying to get warm in my sleeping bag. And then by midnight I was, hot, so it had to take a bunch of clothes off. And got a decent night's sleep, not a good night's sleep. So maybe I can get caught up tonight. I'm curious to see how today goes. I'm really excited because I've only got 3 full days left. So I want to have as much, good times as possible, and I'm looking forward to all the neat stuff I'm going to see and do today. My time is limited. I went through a section just a little while ago, small area, but at least 24 significant blowdowns that the maintainers have all cut out. And if they hadn't, I'd probably still be back there trying to work my way through all that stuff. They aren't the kind that are just laying down and flat on the ground, but they were up at 3 or 4 foot level where it's hard to go over and hard to go under, and on the side of a steep hill, so hard to go around. So that they made my life a lot easier. The mountains here are different. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a different kind of rock or different shape. Tree distribution is different. I don't know how to say it, but it's like this guy. A little bit of trees are all just spread out. While we were sitting in the parking lot at the trailhead last night, some hikers came down, section hikers, been out for like 3 days, and they said there's no water for a long stretch after Porcupine Creek. Well, Porcupine Creek was about less than a mile ago, and since then I've passed 2 streams like this. Okay, over here, yeah. Yep. Let's see, it's about 7:20. It's nice to have an early start. You can't really help it on your first day out of a resupply town. Just accept that you're going to have a late start. But by the morning of day 2, you're back on track. See, even that is plenty of water. Nice campsite below the trail. That easterly facing mountain is getting full sun now. It's 7:45. We got plenty of low Q already. Clouds already. Final 1,000 feet for this climb, which apparently takes me up and over up that area. Still well above me. Okay, see, that's number 15 water source since I passed Porcupine Creek. That guy was clueless. No water. Dry. All the way to the lake. I wonder who has fur like this. White and dark. Light and dark fur. Goats. Mountains are getting really lit up. Looking back on the trail, I can't see it on my screen, but it's in there. And then further down, I don't know if you can see them, but I see Catherine and Conrad making their way up. They're to the right of that big tree. A couple dark spots. And you can see the trail coming up. It's some switchbacks up here. And this is the background. Okay, Cutthroat Pass. Looking back down, it's the valley I've been coming up for a long time. Mountain's still way above me. This is the actual pass. The trail continues on up and around to the left and then around that ridge. Still another little bit uphill to get over the edge of that ridge. Chipmunks everywhere. There's a lake down at the bottom. Still snow. I'm higher than some of that snow, but I'm in full sun. I guess where there were extra large snow banks and they don't get a lot of sun, then they still persist. I'm up pretty high. I think I'm 6,000 something. I'll have to look that up. This is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, climbs on the PCT. I can remember a 3,700 foot climb in the High Sierra. I just don't remember which pass that was. I want to say there was a 4,400, but I can't recall. On Cutthroat Pass. You can see the trail heading back. It's about a quarter mile or so behind me. This is the valley down below. I just came around the corner and the PCT continues a slight incline. Great views up here. This is one of those areas though, you gotta be careful. The path trail's not that wide and don't really want to go over the edge. First time I've seen this valley, and then the same over here. I'm seeing a trail. I'm wondering if that's me. It looks like I'm going down for a good ways, and I see a trail down there, and then I see another one going up there. Yeah. Wow, there's just nothing up here. No people, no roads, no cars, buildings. It's nice. It's not a wilderness area, it's a national forest. Not in the national park anymore. That's a nice peak. Okay, head on down, see where it takes me. You can see 3 hikers coming up. Boy, I wish I had a cabin here. I just look down that valley all day long. I don't know if you can see, but way down in there, there's where the snow melt starts. You can see the creek beginning as the snow melt heads down in there. Yeah, it's pretty obvious that the trail is in here, follows that, same thing in there, and then faintly I can make it out up there. Maybe it goes on around or it ducks over. So I'll be going up the right side of the valley, but before I do, I go through this pass, Granite Pass, second one of the morning. I'm not going to go up that way. I'll just follow the trail down. Still down here looking up at that big guy. I'm liking these 2 campsites. What a view. This whole area is, on the side of a mountain. It's been steep. And all of a sudden now it's trees and even a little wide area. Is that the trail down there? No. Okay, trail's up here. Yeah, maybe 2 trails. Looking back, I came into the valley up in here and zigzagged down those switchbacks. Right in there is Granite Pass, and then the PCT followed the side of the mountain down the valley. And that's what I'm doing now, making my way down the valley. I just wanted to capture that before I go too far and I can't see it again. That was about an hour or so ago. I've made it up to Methow Pass. It's either Methow or Methow, M-E-T-H-O-W. I'm standing in one of the campsites. There's a couple up here. This is Mount Hardy to my west. That's the Golden Horn way up there, north-ish. And back the direction I came, that huge mountain that the peak that I pointed out earlier that I've been hiking down in the shadow of is Tower Mountain. So Methow Pass is 6,600 feet. And now I start a long descent. Which means somewhere's on the way down, I'm going to stop for lunch. Anyway, 6,600 feet. Good panoramic view up here. There's a whole valley I've not seen yet. Looking forward to that. And it's strange to be like in a flattish area this high up, especially when I'm going right along the side of a steep mountain. Then you're in a pass, kind of like a saddle. All right, downhill. Just went over the 2,600 mile mark. Wow. 50 miles to go. Oh, two of you. Yeah? Oh, we got little babies? Okay. Another perspective on Mount Hardy. Looking up at it. Plenty of nooks and crannies filled with snow. That's a rugged mountain. What if that's a cave? Huh. This is the Methow River. Crossing from one hillside to the other on this bridge. Dozens of blowdowns have been cut back. Otherwise, I'd be going through here real slow. Every one of these. I come through here with a chainsaw and, yeah, see? All these. But here's a big one, too big for the chainsaw. Have to go around or over it. Yeah, I'll go over it right here. Look at all that over there though. It's piles of newly cut timber. It was all laying on the trail. This part of the trail between Rainy Pass and Harts Pass is popular. So I'm at the halfway point. Sort of buried. For the people that like to go southbound, they'll typically get a ride into Harts Pass, hike up to the border, turn around and come back. Since you can't enter the United States from Canada. Canada has a system where we're allowed to enter their country, but the United States doesn't. So Harts Pass, I believe, is the last thing resembling a road. This is Glacier Pass. It's got a whole bunch of tent sites. It's about halfway up the mountain. I'm doing a late day climb up about 2,400 feet or so. Glacier Pass. A bunch of passes today. No gaps, all passes. It's just after 5 o'clock. I'm heading up this climb up to Grasshopper Pass. That's the name. That valley, as far as I know, doesn't even have trails. It's just an empty valley. Probably tons of wildlife, obviously tons of trees. Probably interesting, nice creeks. No humans. Made it to the top. Kicked my butt, but I kicked its butt back. Grasshopper Pass is in right there, so I'll be heading there in just a few minutes. Trail, and then supposed to be a spring over in that area, and some right in there, and some tent sites. So that's my destination. I had an early dinner around 3:30 or so. So I don't need that. I'm not cooking dinner tonight. I got a lot of water on me. I still have, I think, 2 liters, because it's possible that this spring is not functioning. I think it is, but there are no updates on the water report, and it's not mentioned in the maps. So I brought extra water just in case, because it's a long stretch to the next water. And I can carry the water, so I brought it. This is Grasshopper Pass. I'm just passing through. There's a tent site around here somewhere. Not sure where. Late evening sun. I would consider staying up here, but passes are notoriously windy. Even though it's not windy right now, that doesn't mean it won't be in the middle of the night.